Hey, it's the Huckleberry Channel. Replacing this Moen shower faucet's been leaking forever. Put it off, couldn't put it off anymore. So I looked at a bunch of YouTubes, there's good stuff on there, but I'm going to show you how this one worked. I did it without a puller, I found a real good way to pull it. It wasn't stuck too bad, but this is the one we have here. Moen, it's about 25 years old, 1985. So you take off the knob, that's pretty easy, you guys can figure that out. But this presses in like that. This is the old one. So what I did is I put the vice grips on there, and I got this big screwdriver. It's a great big one. And you know, this is all brass, so you have to be a little bit careful because it's soft, but when that was pushed in there, I fitted the vice grips over it, so I had just enough room to put this big screwdriver in there, and then it gave me a lot of leverage against this frame, and I was just able to, you know, jiggle a little bit on the channel locks, and at the same time get this in there again. When I put that in there, you know, you kind of measure it up, and I slipped it in there so the edge of those vice grips right there made a perfect slot for the screwdriver. And then you just give it a twist, so you're backing it up against this and pressuring it here and not yanking on the whole thing, and it popped out of there pretty quickly. You know, and I had put some solvent after I took the key out. You got to take this key out to release the whole thing, and I'll show you that key just so you know. That's real easy. So that key fits in there, and you got to take that out the very first thing. So you take that key out, and again, I put the solvent in there for about an hour. It loosened up the key, and then after I broke the original seal right there where the channel locks against that frame, you just break it loose and then jiggle it out. And I was able to find this at the local hardware store. Pretty common Moen. So anyway, now I'm just going to put the new one back in, and I think you have to grease that up with some silicone grease, but pretty easy if they don't get stuck. Now this one's in Colorado, so I don't know, we don't have as much of a rusting problem or what, but there was no rust, but these O-rings were broken. I found little pieces of O-ring in there, and this had been leaking for quite a while. There she goes.